Hi, everybody. Rachel Teedy here with your 13 now evening newscast on November 15th. Crazy to think that we're almost to Thanksgiving. But let me bring in Paul Cayano because it's not feeling Thanksgiving, feeling more like Christmas out there.
Yeah, finally, Rachel, right? I mean, we had so many mild days going back to late October, early November, some record highs, and now with the drop of a hat, it's snowing out.
Honestly, bring it on. I love it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I'm
this is
ready
pretty
for
typical. Yeah, exactly. We are looking at some light snow right outside the studio. I just checked before we came in here, and you could see here on the CDPHP first warning cam out of Amsterdam, snowing at a pretty good clip. It's coming down steadily. Don't see a whole lot of accumulation. It looks like Route 30, that's the road that you see the headlights on here, was probably treated in advance because it's just wet. And the temperature has dropped back to 31 here in Amsterdam. So this is a pretty good indication of what we're going to see across the capital region in the next 1 to 2 hours. Everyone look out your window, probably around 8, 9 o'clock. It's probably going to look more like this than the dry weather that you could be seeing right now. But really, the snow is overspreading most of the area. I'm expecting up to 2 inches in the immediate capital district. In some places, perhaps a little bit less where we mix with rain sooner. But you could see it, the Helderbergs over into the Greene County Catskills, Mohawk Valley, Upper Hudson Valley, portions of the North Country, also southern parts of Vermont, northern Berkshire County, Rensselaer Plateau, 2 to 4 inches of snow. So a pretty decent first snow of the season for a lot of us. And in the Adirondacks and Green Mountains, the ski areas, particularly 4 to 6 inches of snow. I think the transition to some sleet and rain will occur late tonight. So that's going to make more of a sloppy morning drive. But for now, temperatures are steadily dropping back through the 30s. Some places where it's snowing already below freezing. Others still have to go a couple more degrees. But you can see the first warning live Doppler radar is really filling in now here as we approach the 7 o'clock hour. Not everyone is seeing snow yet. Initially, the snow dries out as it falls out of the clouds, but eventually the atmosphere saturates and we get that snow to reach the ground. The bigger picture, the satellite radar will show a deep slug of moisture going all the way down into Pennsylvania, all the way down into the Appalachians. That's an indication of plenty more hours of precipitation to go. It's just a matter of how long it's going to stay snow before some of that milder air works its way in. And you see the heavier stuff down near DC and Philly. That's an indication of a low pressure center that's forming, which will track along the coast and keep the precipitation going into the early morning commute tomorrow. So you could see a mix of snow and rain first thing right around 32. So sloppy and slushy in some places for the morning commute. Temperatures making their way up to the 30s later in the day. It even approaches 40 as things wind down. So I'm not expecting much to really stick around as we get deeper into our Wednesday. So it'll probably melt off for the most part. But you can see the snow coming in and sticking around for a few hours, at least into the night. Tonight, the pink, a mixed variety of precipitation. The green, mainly just rain, and that'll be true right on into the morning commute. So don't expect a whole bunch of snow to be falling for the morning drive, but do expect some sloppy accumulation on the ground. You can see things winding down pretty quickly right after lunchtime, and then things dry out later on at night. So overall, it looks pretty significant in terms of some messy weather, but not in terms of upward snow accumulation. Up to 2 inches locally. We talked about it. 31 tonight with that mixed variety of precipitation eventually taking over. 40 tomorrow with some light snow and rain in the morning ending. And the 7-day forecast shows colder weather sticking with us beyond this storm into the weekend. Highs only in the 30s, which, by the way, will be about 10 or 12 degrees, Rachel, below normal.
All right. I'm excited for all of the snow. So thank you, Paul. We're going to check in with him a little bit later on News Channel 13 Live at 9 and 11 tonight. And in addition to Paul tracking the snow, we've had News Channel 13 crews across the area today checking in with people, talking about how they're getting ready. And the New York Thruway Authority says they're going to be out on the roads later tonight. They cover 570 miles of road, and drivers are staffed before the snow falls. Folks in Glens Falls are getting ready as well. They're fully staffed, but they say they weren't expecting snow this early because of those warm temperatures that we were seeing previously. So for the latest on the storm, again, Paul will have the latest at 9 and 11 o'clock. Changing gears a little bit here, a local restaurant owner is saying that he considers a recent robbery from his place. He considers it maybe part of the black market. And this is part of a string that we've seen across the area. Pison's Pizza in Latham captured this security video of a man emptying the restaurant's 300-gallon metal container of used cooking oil. Owner Frank Scavio reported that theft to police, and then Colony officers caught the thief a few blocks away from the shop. Normally, the owner can sell the oil to a recycler for 83 cents a gallon, but the suspect says he was being paid $3 a gallon. To hear from the owner, tune in to our 9 p.m. newscast that's coming up on My 4 tonight. And then finally, with the holiday season starting to get ever closer, scammers are taking advantage of that. To avoid being scammed, experts say use a credit card rather than a debit card. And that's so that if it gets compromised, it's a lot easier to fix. While gift cards are popular, they should not be used as payments. So today, News Channel 13 spoke to Tina Pickup, who's the head of security and fraud investigations at Berkshire Bank. She suggests never carry your social security card with you and make copies of all of your cards in case you have to cancel them. Tonight, live at 9 on My 4, we're going to take a closer look at these scams and others that we're seeing around the capital region. You'll also get an exclusive interview with Kumi Tucker about her story. She's covered a lot of scam stories, so why this one is different compared to others that we've seen and have covered. Of course, those are our biggest stories that we're tracking right now, but we'll also have details regarding a crash that happened in Half Moon today. We're learning all new details that'll be coming up live at 9 and 11, plus tracking the snow. Paul is going to have your latest hour-by-hour forecast coming up later tonight. Everybody stay safe and stay warm.